A fresh and cool morning to all of you children. Today we are going to see question answer of lesson 1 from New James English Reader. The first question is, choose the correct option and write on the blanks. Watson thought he was interrupting Holmes because he was, the answer will be examining something. Number B will be the correct option. Number 2, Peterson was left with the goose and the hat because the answer will be everyone had run away from the scene. Number A. Then next, number 3, I must be very stupid, Holmes, for I am quite unable to follow you. Watson, the answer will be number 3. Number 3C, that is did not understand how Holmes came to his conclusion. Next, Holmes realized that the hat was connected to a crime when the answer will be A. Peterson brought in the goose and hat. Number 5. Ryder had stolen the gem and that will be the answer will be then blamed the plumber. So these were the answer of the choose the correct option. Let's go to the next question, that is number B1. Answer this question. The man is clever, middle-aged and uses lime cream in his hair. How did Holmes come to each of these conclusions? Holmes pointed out to Watson that the hat was very large. From this, he deduced that the man to whom it belonged must have a large head, and this in turn meant that he had some brains. He noticed some fine grey hair on the lining of the hat, so he concluded that the man must be middle-aged. He also noted a fine whiff of lime emanating from the hat and deduced that the man used lime cream. Number 2, why did Mr. Baker come to see Mr. Holmes? Holmes placed an advertisement in the paper about a goose and a black felt hat that had been found at the corner of the Goodies Street. In it, Holmes asked Mr. Henry Baker to collect the article from 221B Baker Street. This is what brought Mr. Baker to Sherlock Holmes. Number 3. This may save us a visit to Brixton Road. Why did Holmes say this? Holmes and Watson had made plans to go to Brixton Road to visit Mrs. Oakshott. Holmes already knew that the culprit was Ryder, the hotel attendant, and Mrs. Oakshott's brother. At the time when Holmes said these words, they were with Mr. Breckenridge, the goose seller. They saw Ryder quarreling with Mr. Breckenridge. Since Ryder was the culprit and he was present at hand, Holmes felt that they did not need to go all the way to Brixton Road to search for him. Now, number C. Trace the James journey in the following flow diagram. The gem is stolen from the hotel. It is kept by the real thief, Ryder, a hotel attendant. The real thief goes to see his sister. He puts the gem in the mouth of the goose bred by his sister. It goes to Mr. Breckenridge, the goose seller, who buys the goose from her. It then goes to Mr. Henry Baker, who buys the same goose from Mr. Breckenridge. It lands with Mr. Peterson, who finds Mr. Baker's goose. Peterson gives it to Sherlock Holmes. Then number D, think and answer. How do you think Mrs. Oakshott must have felt when she heard about Mr. Ryder's involvement in the theft? Ryder was Mrs. Oakshott's brother. She had lovingly promised to give him a fine goose for Christmas and indeed done so. She must have felt shocked, ashamed and quite sad when she heard about his involvement in the theft. Now number 2, what do you think happened to Mr. Ryder in the end? Mr. Ryder must have begged for mercy and Sherlock Holmes must have intervened with the Scotland Yard on his behalf so that most likely the poor chap was let off with a sharp warning. Perhaps he was also made to offer a public apology to the plumber whom Mr. Ryder wrongfully accused of theft. Number 3, describe these characters from the story in 2 or 3 sentences each. Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker was a tall person, poor person, wore an old hat, timid, did not attempt to fight back the rough men, ran away after seeing Peterson, leaving the goose and the hat behind. Then number B, Mr. Holmes, very intelligent, observant. Then we see detective, solved the case of geese and consequently of the gem with much ease. Number D is your Mr. Ryder, Mrs. Oakshott, brother and attendant at a hotel from where he stole the gem, cleverly shifted the blame on the plumber, hid the gem in the wrong goose, attacked Baker to get the goose from him, later quarreled with Mr. Breckenridge, finally caught by Sherlock Holmes. Then number C is Dr. Watson, a friend of Holmes, made straight observation on things from which Holmes tried to get clues for the case, asked for explanation on whatever Holmes made deduction about. That's in the next video clip we will see more. Let's see about Mr. Peterson. A commissioner, helpful, went to the rescue of Mr. Baker, who was attacked by the roughmen. Honest went to Holmes with the gem he and his wife found in goose, handed the gem over to Holmes. Now we will see the next, that is word study. Look at the following adjectives and noun combination: rat-faced man, battered hat, rough man, wooden chair, crumpled papers. Find similar adjectives to replace the ones used here. Crackling fire, sputtering fire, sparkling stone, that is precious stone, experienced traveler, complete clothes, smelly socks, memorable holidays. Then number F. Re is a prefix that means again. Recover and replace are two words that are made with the prefix. Divide the class into 2 teams. The teams take turns to write words with the prefix. The team with the maximum words wins. Remember that re is not a prefix in all words, like remember. Now you have to make words using re as prefix. Prefix is something which is added at the beginning of the or at the starting of the word. Like fresh is a word, refresh. Turn is a word, return. Action is a word, reaction. View is a word, review. Cycle is a word, recycle. Play is a word, replay. Now let's go to the next, that is number G, punctuation. We know comma, full stop, semicolon, apostrophe, mark of exclamation, mark of interrogation, dash, parenthesis, bracket, all will come under your punctuation. Now here is a paragraph. We have to add capital letters and punctuation marks were required and rewrite the paragraph. Then T will be capital. He bounded up the steps, comma, pushed open the heavy wooden door and came to sudden halt. After halt, you have to put full stop. The semi-darkness, T will be capital, semi-darkness of the hall blinded him temporarily, full stop. A will be capital, a damp, musty smell invaded his nostrils, full stop. Ever since he could remember, comma, he had disliked going through the hall and always ran past it. The locked, the will be capital, the locked double doors on either side of the hall seemed sinister doors. Sinister means you're evil. Behind which lay all the household junk. After junk, comma, old and wood metal, put a dash, a perfect lair for lizards. Lair means resting place for lizards and cockroaches, full stop. But today, B will be capital, he did not run across, full stop. Rain had seeped through the leaking roof. R will be capital, after leaking roof, full stop, not full stop, comma, forming large pools near the doors, full stop. Then gingerly, G will be capital, wading through the water, comma, Amit reached the inner court, full stop. These are all related to your punctuation mark. The number H. Number H is related to your grammar, different types of sentences. You have to use appropriate punctuation mark for each sentence and mention what type of sentence it is. It sure is cold out there, mark of exclamation, exclamatory sentence. Put your plate in the sink, full stop, imperative sentence. So, comma, you think you got it right? Question mark, interrogative. Holmes could not sleep all night, declarative, full stop. Bring the chair here, full stop, imperative. It's your job to do it right, imperative. When will lunch be served? Interrogative. Then this game is going to be fun, mark of exclamation, exclamatory. Now next question is, look at the picture clues and make the two kinds of sentences as indicated below each. First is a picture of an owl, declarative and exclamatory you have to make. Like, an owl is a nocturnal creature, declarative. It is so amazing that an owl can see in the dark, mark of exclamation, exclamatory. Then next is your trophy is there, interrogative and imperative you have to make. Didn't the coach keep the trophy on the shelf? Interrogative. We have to win inter-school championship trophy this year to enter the state level, imperative sentence. Next is your Chinese dish is there, chow mein is there with 2 chopsticks. You have to make imperative and exclamatory. Example, please give me a bowl of noodles. Then, the noodles my sister made yesterday were yummy, exclamatory. Next is your balloon is there. The hot air balloon was flying over the desert. Have you ever flown in a hot air balloon? Interrogative sentence. Now, next is change the forms of the sentences without changing their meaning. Rewrite the sentences in your notebook. Sunita had a lot of trouble keeping her mind on a lesson that day. Sunita could not keep her mind on a lesson that day. This association is bigger than our welfare society. Our welfare society is not as big as this association. Ramesh is faster than all his classmates. Ramesh's classmates are not as fast as him. Then number 4, Hari was doubtful of his performance. Hari was not very confident or sure of his performance. Next, I have never seen such a beautiful bird before. This is I have never seen. This is the first time I have seen such a beautiful bird. These are all related to your grammar part. Thank you.